Hi everyone, welcome back to Homemaking 101. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make homemade belly cream. So first what we're going to do is take a pan. I'm going to put about an inch of water in the bottom. You're going to be making a double boiler. If you have a double boiler, go ahead and use it. I don't, so I'm using a pan. And then this is my chocolate melting container. So I'm just going to put that over top, and that makes a double boiler. So next what we're going to do is we're going to heat up our pan a little bit. You want to get your water hot, and then we're going to take our shea butter. I am going to be doing about a half a cup of shea butter. I have my beef tallow that I pulled out of the freezer this morning that is thawing out. So we have 2 cups of beef tallow. So since we have 2 cups of beef tallow, we are doing a half a cup of shea butter in with it. We're going to melt them together in our pan until they're completely melted. All right, so we went ahead and put our beef tallow in our pot. Now for our shea butter, we're just kind of gonna guess about what a half a cup is. It's a little hard to try to measure it. So we're just gonna, actually I think we're gonna need a knife. I'm gonna get a knife and cut a chunk off of it. So we're gonna say that's about a half a cup. So I'm gonna cut this in half again. Now the shea butter is pretty soft already. Just gonna cut it in pieces so it melts a little better here. And so it fits in our pan too. Cut it one more time. There we go. All right, so we're gonna stir this as it melts. It's a little hard to stir right now because they're big chunks, but as it starts to melt down, we want to continue to stir it so it doesn't burn. Once it's melted, we're going to take it off of the stove. We're going to add oil. It calls for avocado oil, but I am going to be using olive oil, extra virgin olive oil instead. I didn't have a chance to go out and get avocado oil. Any kind of oil works though, it's just for the moisturizing of it. And then we are also going to be adding 30 drops of essential oil. I'm going to be using lavender oil today because lavender is safe for your skin and it's good for children as well. So I am using Eden's Garden lavender, 100% pure essential oil. So we're going to be putting 30 drops of that in. Then at the end, it's going to sit in the fridge until it is slightly hard. Once it's slightly hard, we're going to take it out and whip it up. If you don't want a whipped cream, then you can just let it in the fridge till it sets and gets hard. But if you want it whipped, you want to take it out before it gets completely hard. Personally, I like it whipped better. It goes further and it's nicer and creamier. But that is totally up to you what you want to do. So I have my burner on about medium. I wouldn't put it any higher than that. You don't want to burn your cream. I'll also put the link in the description below for where I got my oils and where I got my shea butter. That way you can go over there and check them out if you want to order the same thing. What's nice about Eden's Garden is they're a little cheaper, but they're also still a good oil. If you want an even better quality oil, you can order from Young Living if you know somebody that sells it. I really like their oils as well, but they're also double the price. So for creams and stuff, I'd say this is the best way to go. Eden's Garden also gives you little samples when you buy from them. So they gave me one called Cozy Cabin. So that's fun, you get to try some different ones as well. All right, so it is all completely melted now. So we're going to go ahead and remove it from the heat. I'm gonna take the whole top piece off and sit it to the side. We're gonna let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before we add our oil and our essential oil into it. All right, so we left this sit for about 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and stir in a half a cup of olive oil or whatever kind of oil you prefer to use. And then we're going to add our essential oil. Like I said, I'm using lavender. So we're going to add about 60 drops or so. kind of just guess because they come out in about 2 to 3 drops. You kind of smell whatever scent you want, how strong you want it. Add just a tiny bit more. You don't want it too strong or you're gonna be like gagging yourself. So we're gonna stir all this up and then we're gonna place it in the fridge and let it harden for just a little bit. You wanna be able to put your finger in it and the dent stays down, and then we're gonna take it out and whip it up. So our cream has sat in the fridge. As you can see, when you push down, it stays, it's still liquid underneath. But we're gonna go ahead and whip it up until it's nice and fluffy, and then we're gonna place it in our containers. All right, so now that we got it whipped, it's going to look a little lighter and fluffier, and it's going to be lighter in color. It's not going to be whipped like whipped cream because this doesn't get whipped like that. It's just gonna look a little lighter and fluffier. So we have our containers we're going to pour it into. You can use whatever containers you want. This will harden once it sets the rest of the way. You're just gonna let it sit just on your counter or wherever to harden. You don't wanna put it back in the fridge. So there is our belly butter cream. I have a couple containers I'm gonna put these in. I actually did save some of my containers from previous belly creams that I have used. I just do not like the smell of the creams that you buy. This one was Palmer's, which I did really like, except the smell. So that's why I made my own. And it smells really good like lavender now. And it's gonna be really nice body butter cream. And it'll be good for pregnancy for stretch marks. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe below.